So this is something about managing customer expectations. You always want to over-deliver, under-promise. So this is going to be a terrible seminar. And now if it's mediocre, then you're going to walk out, hey, that exceeded my expectations. And so, all right, so managing customer expectations. We'll talk about that later, I hope, if I remember. Okay, we're going to cover several topics today. This is kind of our table of contents. First, we're going to talk about the relevance of professionalism. We were actually discussing with a couple of people early this morning about sort of the casualization of our society. Is professionalism even still relevant? Next, we're going to talk about the hospital-specific professionalism journey, the journey that we've taken, and we're still on, by the way, to get better, to improve. We're going to talk about empowering your frontline staff, and then we'll have, hopefully, some time for Q&A. And by the way, we need to be done by 2 this afternoon, is that right?
Right on.
Okay. No, seriously. When are we to be done? 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 o'clock. All right. All right. First, is professionalism even relevant? I would like to settle this once and for all. Of course, it's a resounding yes. Professionalism is extremely important to the success of your businesses. Now, to get and retain customers, you've got to have something that's very important. It's called differentiation. Now, let me give you an example of how not to differentiate. How many of you remember a TV commercial that we did a couple of years ago about a softball umpire who had been treated at the hospital? Raise your hand if you remember that TV commercial. Yes, I'm glad some people remember it. His name is Don, and we ran that TV spot. True story about a successful outcome he had at Oslo Memorial Hospital. That TV spot actually won a regional award for excellence in broadcast advertising, and because of that, it was shown at a regional conference. At that regional conference, there was somebody there from an ad agency who really liked the idea, and they took the idea back to their client, and that client liked it, and so they developed a very, very similar spot. The problem is that client was close enough to us that their new TV spot ran in the same TV stations that ours ran in. And I'm not going to say who it was, but I called my counterpart of their organization and said, I think we've got a differentiation problem here. And they, of course, had somehow never seen our version of the spot. It was just their ad agency, so they had to change the spot and pull it. It was interesting. So differentiation is important. You need to be different somehow from your competition. And basically, there's 2 ways to differentiate. One is with the quality of your service, and one is with the quality of your product. And so let me give you an example first of differentiation by product. Now this is a top secret business idea that I have that I'm not now going to divulge to you here. And if any of you want to take this and run with it, more power to you. I'll be one of your first and best customers. Everybody's familiar with fast food. It's hamburgers, it's chicken sandwiches, etc. Well, my concept for a new fast food chain that will sweep the country is called Gobblers. All turkey, all the time. Okay? Now, we're going to have turkey burgers. We're going to have turkey dogs. We're going to have your traditional Thanksgiving meal. We're going to compete with Arby's as well, because we're going to have your sliced, thin, piled high hot turkey sandwiches, etc., etc., etc. You're going to have turkey pot pie, turkey soup. I thought of 1,000,001 different things you can do with turkey, and it's going to be all turkey all the time. So that would really differentiate, wouldn't it? So we would also have, turkey, it's the healthy meat, so you're going to have almost entirely fat-free foods. You're going to have really an appeal because it's going to be fast food, but it's also going to be healthy food. And of course, you're going to have, instead of Ronald McDonald, we'll have George the Gobbler, So that's the idea of differentiation. You can differentiate by product. Or, because the reality is most of us are not going to have that opportunity to differentiate by product, you can differentiate by service quality.